Nah, I don't think we mix. I don't think we go cheap on the soldiers anyway, to be fair. I'll say nay. We allocate the necessary resources to keep feeding our soldiers with proper food. A considerable expense, but the soldiers don't fail to notice our enduring care for their well-being, even in times of food scarcity. Okay, no, it did go all the way to the top still, though, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure how this works exactly. Because you need to keep balance. Like, did it technically count that this went up multiple times still, maybe? I mean, I got money at the very least. So that's not too bad. Moderate. So moderate times 2 for every resource and 1 for every black resource in the central area of the track. In the lower half of the track. I mean, this one seems like it's easier to balance. And I should be able to get more crowns this way. So we'll go to moderate. So this is done. Castle Innovation, food pantry. So I can't do any of these yet. Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm also getting this kind of right. So preparations. So prestige crave points. Prepare for the uprising. Shows rewards and required number of reigns. Have to maximize the distance between highest and lowest. Mystery, important discovery, shed light on past kingdoms and civilizations. Last chapter for each storyline will award cohesion or descent points. So maybe it doesn't matter how many kings I actually go through. So maybe it doesn't necessarily matter much. As long as I get what I need. Stability. Okay, no. So if it reaches either end, okay. Well, then how do I get king? So how do I get points as an extremist? Maybe I don't get points. Well, no, but I could though. I'm still learning. We're still learning this board game, right? So what do alliance offer me? When you vote against your ally, one heart will break. When the last one breaks, the alliance will be undone and the relationship will return to its default value. So having an alliance is... But what do I gain from alliances? Because like every time you vote against them, but if I vote with them, then what do I get from that? So I mean, I could make these guys alliances, my allies. I don't really know if I want to be fair. I'd rather have these guys be my allies. It's like I feel like I'll vote against these guys. Well, I'm voting with them a lot more than I'm voting with these guys now, though. But I could also remove them from the council. I could remove them from the council. Yeah, I'm gonna reveal narrative goal. I'm curious what these guys want. They want to conquer another kingdom. So their narrative goal, we're kind of going with the invasion of Meyer. Okay. Okay, so I want to keep everything in the track. A wave of violence. Distant reward. We'll go with a wave of violence. We need to tone things down between the Ashers and the defenders, apparently. The tensions between Ashers and the defenders are out of control. The librarian chancellor thinks that the constant abuses suffered by the Ashers ever since they appeared justify their violent reactions. and recommends we send the army to disband the defenders. I agree, actually. On the other hand, the defenders claim that they're protecting Vandus from the violence of the Ashers and demand we imprison them. I mean, the defenders came first. They're kind of the cause of all this. Do we arrest all Ashers involved in acts of violence? I'm gonna say nay on this. They're saying aye, really? No, I'm gonna say nay. It'll cost me 2 shields, but that's fine. I think I get my shields back when the reign ends, anyway. Nah, I vote nay. I vote nay. Following the Librarian Chancellor's advice, a regiment is sent to Vandus with clear orders. No one is to be allowed to seek justice on their own anymore. The defenders will have to be disbanded once and for all. The regiment arrives in Vandus, capital city of the Mark of Tiro, where the defenders are most active. Look at them, they look cool, dude. They look pretty cool, though. Every vigilante found is deterred from continuing their activities by all means necessary. Many locals are displeased by the rude manners of the soldiers, but in a short time, few are left to speak for the defenders, and the Ashers again frequent public spaces. Even if they're still discriminated against, the frequency of their violent acts seem to decrease. A sinister rumor suggests that they are plagued by bloody nightmares, and even more disturbingly that the violent events in their dreams often come true, possibly explaining their violent tendencies. They have merely been anticipating violence with violence. Alright, so I want to keep that in the middle if possible. I want to keep all of this in the middle. So I could bring it down. Yeah, honestly, I could just keep going with a wave of violence. I don't really have a reason not to. I guess we could do the Dark Harvest. That cost me coins, though. Yeah, wave of violence. I won't. Well, no, I don't really want to keep this up, though. No, I don't actually. I want to. Secrets from the Far. A naked corpse has been found in a swamp in the Duchy of Natar, near the Monastery of Lorraine. Some locals are troubled by the sun symbol branded on the skin of the corpse and demand answers. The Royal Marshal dismisses them as superstitious simpletons and suggests we let it rest. Do we launch an investigation about the corpse found in the swamp? Well, I need to bring morale down. So I'm thinking I vote nay on this. Say vote aye, but I want to actually, like, vote with them. I want to be their allies. Because I feel like we should vote on the same things. But voting nay helps me with this, helps me keep this in the middle. See, this is kind of the thing, right? Because I want to vote with them more, but I'm voting against them a lot more because I need to, which is fine. There's no problem with that. It's just interesting. So I'll vote nay. We can't waste time satisfying the superstitious of simple minds. The people of the Duchy of Natar are scared, but we can only hope they will soon get back to their tranquil life of farming and praying. Look at that. Every once in a while, dead corpses branded with a sun symbol are found in Natar. People suspect that mad cultists may be running around, killing the merry folk. I figured that would be a negative. Meh. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so... yeah, secrets from the far. So I could just keep doing this. I mean, there's food involved, which would be good for me to get. A distant reward. I mean, this affects 3 of them. I wouldn't mind it affecting this one. Yeah, we'll go with secrets from the far. We'll keep this up because I want to get my food in a little bit higher. Hirat and his team of historians researching the first king at the Monastery of Lorraine have disappeared without a trace while studying the strange writings. Since she was the most vocal opponent of their study, the Royal Marshal suspects that Celestina is behind it and requests our permission to arrest the High Priestess. This would likely cause a reaction from local devout farmers, however. Oh. Do we arrest Celestina? I mean... it does keep them in the area that I want them to, which is nice. Once again, though, I'm voting against these guys. So what's their goal? See, it's weird that I'm voting with these guys when I feel like I should be voting with them. So they must have a goal that I'm unaware of. But I mean, it's only a rumor, though. It's only a rumor. I vote nay. I vote nay. I don't think we arrest her. It's only a rumor. We can't arrest based on rumors. We can only arrest based on fact. So nay. Without concrete evidence, we decide not to arrest a high priestess of the cult, such as Celestina. Rumors regarding a sinister power influencing the monastery of Lorraine start spreading in the region, but it is likely a popular fantasy. Oh, an eagle. I was gonna say an eagle. I mean, technically that is a coolest eagle, I guess, but it's a raven. As of late, the king has been pensive and often retreats to his private quarters. He seems even more uninterested in running the kingdom than usual. For weeks, the royal chamberlain has seen him writing long letters whose content and recipient remained unknown. Some believe that he was romantically involved with someone. When confronted, however, the king eventually admitted that he's been debating theology and philosophy with none other than Sister Celestina, and it seems the prince has been exchanging letters with her too. The prior mother is gravely disturbed by the news, especially considering the murky rumors surrounding Celestina. So she might be a little bit of a sussy kind, huh? Alright, a bit sussy. Let's... Man, oh man. Yeah, we'll do a distant reward. The caravan of scholars seeking to retrieve the golden map is constantly threatened by desert raiders and is struggling to move forward. If we don't send them military aid, they'll be forced to deviate to the city of tents to stock up on supplies and hire mercenaries. Do we send reinforcements to the golden map expedition? I mean, I want to vote yes. Yeah, I vote aye. I vote aye on this. I think it makes sense. We send troops to support the caravan. Thanks to the help of the army and the guidance of Sarah, the scholars finally reached the remote Temple of the Mother in the middle of the Ivory Desert. Soon we'll discover if the golden map is really there. Unfortunately, fatigued by travel, Sarah dies before she can see her home again. Aw, that's sad. That's pretty. The art in this is so pretty. It's so well done. After wandering for days, our expedition sights a rocky plateau protruding from the desert, the ruins of a temple atop it. Our scholars think it dates to the time of Omad, the first king, but it was pillaged recently. Inside, they find the dried corpses of dozens of sand priestesses. Oh no, it's Dark Souls 2 or 3, not 2. Fucking Dark Souls 2, man. I still haven't gotten the full outfit for that yet either. An opulent version of the cult of the Mother that, though we worship the same goddess, had lavish ways in stark contrast with the sober purity of our cult. The ruin surrounds a huge oasis, and based on rough interpretations of ancient inscriptions in the altar hall, it was called the Chalice Peak. Most of the temple's riches were stolen by the raiders, but the inscriptions suggest a bigger treasure may be hidden in a secret chamber. So we're almost at the first line there, huh? Hi. So I'm doing good at keeping everything in the middle, because I need crowns. I need crowns for days. Money and morale. Castle's court. I mean, this only affects morale, which I need to bring down. Which I do need to bring down. Yeah, I'll bring it down if I can. We'll see what this does. The king enters the council room, his face pale and tired as if he's not slept for a while. I came to a grave decision, he says. I have a dear friend that I trust completely. She knows a ritual that can make me immortal, but to perfect it, she needs some time. 8 young girls and a quiet place to study and practice? Nah, king, don't be stupid. I want your support. It sounds crazy, but he is the king. No, king, no, we're not pulling this. Do you comply with the king's will and entrust 8 girls to him? No. I mean, then morale goes up, which might be my bad. See, you're going aye, but no, we say nay to this. We're very much nay to this. I'm sorry, king, but we cannot. For the king's own sake, we decide to reject his request. We can't allow him to be stained by such a crime. He mutters something about his impending death and leaves the room. After a while, the chamberlain brings us a letter he secretly retrieved from the king's chambers. It proves that Celestina and her followers were behind the vile request. Oh, she's arrested now, I guess. After we refuse to hand over 8 girls to a certainly grim fate, Celestina seems intent to proceed with her plan on her own. The Sisters of the Unending, her heretical acolytes, begin causing havoc in the realm. Nobody knows where they are based, but we received reports of their appearances in the strangest places, seeking to acquire medical instruments like saws and scalpels. When girls start disappearing around the kingdom, many immediately assume they're responsible. The army is hunting them down and managed to arrest some. However, none of the captured Sisters of the Unending seem willing to reveal Celestina's plan. Okay, so we need to bring that back down. We need to say fuck morale and bring morale down. So what's something I can not go along with? What can I mess with the? Well, what can I mess with to make my morale dip? See, this would probably make morale go up if I do that one, so I don't really want to do that one. This is probably like selling something. Probably selling the golden items. For the sake of morale, maybe. Yeah, we'll do this one. A huge collection of golden items has been found inside a secret chamber hidden within the ruins of Chalice Peak. Ancient scrolls, golden statues of the Mother, jewels, and the golden map. Some fear taking these relics away could unleash a curse upon us, but leaving them could lure many desperate fortune seekers into the desert. Do we collect only the golden map and leave the treasure behind? Oh, this doesn't actually affect the... So this doesn't affect my morale. But it will make this go up, which is good. I need that. What preparations? So, like, what do I need for my current preparations? I can't check either. But I don't want this to go all the way to the top. So I gotta say nay. But do I bribe these guys to say aye? I'm not making any gold off of this run. But I don't think I really need that much gold. I can't form an alliance. Nay is really my only option. But is bribing worth it? I think... Is it worth losing? See, I think my shields come back. I don't quite remember. Do my shields come back? I believe so. I think it does come back, and the king is going to die, so I'll say nay. Because no, we take the treasures. Leaving such a huge fortune behind just because of the furies of the superstitious would be foolish, to say the least. The prospect of finding even greater riches at the end of this journey, thanks to the golden map, can't justify such a waste. Part of the expedition is sent back to Libra to carry home the ancient scrolls and golden artifacts. The golden curse. Well, damn. I'm getting a lot of the negative little event tiles here. Even if completely unsubstantiated, fear of the terrible repercussions for stealing the sacred gold of the Sand Priestesses haunts the thoughts and dreams of our people. Just don't tell them. Chiseled into a single gold leaf, the map has a grandiose look, as gold easily stands the test of time. Its age is unfathomable. That looks pretty nice, actually. That looks neat. However, old legends speak of a golden map leading to an endless fountain of liquid gold. The numerous old scrolls we obtained together with the map are full of references to a Sun Empire, known only from ancient legends dating back to the ages before Ahmad, the first king. We wonder whether this is the map of the old legends, and how truthful those legends are. It may all be a metaphor for the power and riches of the Lost Empire. An expedition has to be launched, but the map is not easily interpreted. I do believe the king is dead. Or, well, abdicated, I guess, in this case. So we did pretty good for that run, though. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Got an achievement called Rough Start. What's that achievement? Start a reign with 3 or more resources and the negative balance. Meh, it's fine. 2 additional kinds of other resources in the lower half of the track. Now, this is for bad crowns, though. If all resources are in the upper half of the track. See, this is the thing. I think I need more positive than negatives. I mean, this is good, though, if I want dark crowns. But I'm gonna be opulent. I want to be opulent. Security, build underground tunnels, plan castle renovations, build a food pantry. Place where people need to go for a free meal. I mean, this would help me, probably. To be fair, this is probably what I should do. So what's that symbol again? I don't remember what that symbol is. I think the instructions do have a thing that tell me, though. Under the rain, corruption, air preparations. I am unsure. I don't recall, but going there is probably a good thing for me, maybe. Probably. Underground tunnels will allow the movement of people and resources in and out of castle in secret. Excuse me, in secrecy. Supply medics with red iron tools. I mean, this would be good too. I mean, to be fair, I don't really need the crowns yet. Fund a renovation plan. I mean, I have the medical tools, right? Like, I was going down this anyway, so maybe I will do this one. Because I don't need to spend my crowns yet. But I guess it is still spending crowns, actually, so never mind. I wasn't looking at the here, I was looking at up here. So I think that is the way to go regardless, though. Take, like, what, 3 reigns, I guess? Following the growing challenges encountered by the kingdom, the council has expanded and House Alwyn joined the council. So House Alwyn. So you're a part of the council now. So you have a nemesis on the council. So what info can you give me? The mild climate, as well as the safe and favorable geographic position of the Duchy of Alwyn, enable its rapid economic and cultural development. Your family has always pushed for strong investments in technological research and alchemy. Despite having excellent carpenters and your fair share of coastline, you don't have a strong tradition of shipbuilding. Your people do not like to leave home, but they constantly try to make their houses more welcoming and safe. Your region has produced many famed scholars, and their knowledge has been applied most of all to agriculture and medicine. Among the greatest inventions your people produce are some of the most innovative treatments for human and animal diseases, fertilizers, and pesticides. Meanwhile, your great architectural works, such as very efficient mills, sturdy embankments, and irrigation canals, have transformed your territory into an enormous barn that feeds most of the kingdom. The wealth and well-being spread across all social classes thanks to your architectural and alchemic advancements have predisposed your family and your people to accept novelty and whatever seems to bend the laws of nature as potential resources for improving society. You firmly believe poverty, famine, and all diseases can be eradicated from the kingdom through ingenuity and knowledge. So we should be friends with these guys, ideally. Ideally, we're friends. Now, I do want to see what the narrative goals of these guys are. Oh, that's what we remove them from council. Now, I want to reveal narrative goal. Find harmony between knowledge and spirit. So these guys are going to be more spiritual, and they're going to want their knowledge up. I see, I see. So I have new ones all over the place. Chalice in the desert. So I need most of mine to go upwards. So this one's a golden. What does golden mean again? Is gold related to the other things I have up here? I don't recall. Like my bonuses. I don't think so. So let's get stuff upwards. So money is already upwards. Diplomacy is already upwards. Let's work on getting food and morale. Those do need to go up. So we'll spend some monies. During the nights, so yeah, you do get your shields back. Okay, that's good. Oh, you can't actually see that. Oh, I guess I am kind of in the way, aren't I? What am I not in the way of, though? I feel like no matter what, I'm gonna be in the way of something. Do I turn the webcam off for this one? I don't think I really need to. But you guys can't see my shields, though. So, you know, maybe because this game is more of a narrative experience. I didn't actually think about this, and I didn't look over at the camera until now. But I think it actually might make sense to have the webcam off for this, so you guys can see it a little bit more. I think that makes sense. If you guys want me to turn it back on, let me know. I'll turn it back on. But I think for what it is, I think it's worth more seeing the resources I have to work with. Not like there's really much that you're missing, but I feel like it's okay to do it in this game. I don't really think it's necessary for me to have the webcam on. During the night, thieves emptied a granary full of gray wheat in the village of Abnett, and the mark of Terrell. The symbol of a stylized sun was found branded onto the front door. We could relocate some of the guards patrolling the rich neighborhoods of Vandis, the capital of Tiro, to protect our precious granaries. Do we reassign the guards to protect the granaries? I mean, I think so. I think so, yeah. I want to go up anyway. And most of them say aye, so we're gonna have lots of friends. So we'll aye this one. We attach more guards to patrol the granaries in Abnett, and no further reports of theft or vandalism are received. You agree? Okay, well that's good. Ever since we relocated the guards to protect the granaries, thieves are can more easily prey on the rich people of Vandis. So once again, another black mark up here. So what is this again? Chronicles. Applied to the corresponding resource at the beginning of every reign. Okay, okay, so it just automatically moves it. So I'm getting a lot of negatives. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. It's whatever, I guess, right? Can only really do so much for that. So I need to move more up. So I need to move these one up. Okay, well, I want these ones to move up. So we'll do a wave of violence. After visiting the prisons in Vandis, the Royal Marshal suspects that some of the Ashers in prison there following clashes with the Defenders were convicted for crimes actually committed by others. The noble Argan, freshly appointed as the new first judge, is absolutely opposed to further investigations, as instilling doubts about justice could destabilize the fragile social equilibrium in Tiro. Do you order investigation into the Asher's alleged innocence? Well, I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. We should see if they're innocent. Right? Like, I think that makes sense. And then if they're not innocent, then they can stay in jail. But if they are innocent, then they can be set free. So I say aye. I say aye to this. After a scrupulous investigation, we discover that many of the murders for which Ashers were convicted were actually commissioned by Argan and other ruthless noblemen of Vandus in an attempt to fuel social tensions and exploit them, getting rid of competitors and speeding up their social climbing. All these traitors are sentenced to death. Argan's head is the first to fall. Yeah, good. Good. Nobody's above the law, that's right. The Tyrellian noblemen guilty of murdering their rivals and blaming Ashers for it were swiftly punished. This renewed our people's faith in our judicial system. Good, good. So I want to get my morale up if possible. An enemy clothed in shadow. A plague hit Leas in the Duchy of Ulwyn. Oh, well, they just joined the council, so this is perfect. Promptly named the Red Scythe. The infection makes people regurgitate blood until they die. Well, that sounds awful. At the potential cost of condemning the seemingly unaffected citizens, the Holy Attendant believes the entire city should be quarantined to prevent the plague from spreading. Do we quarantine the plagued city, sacrificing healthy citizens? I mean... Well, that goes down then. Well, okay, so it's an even split. I mean, the problem with this is you do want the plague to stop. So this is actually kind of okay, so see, logically I should do this, right? I'll be real. Logically, I should pick nay, because then my flag will go up, my morale will go up, and I need that. I really get nothing from going I, but going I makes the most sense because you quarantine a plagued city. Like, as shitty as it is for the people in there, one thing I've learned from historical kingdoms is that you quarantine the cities, unfortunately, even if it sacrifices healthy citizens. Now, once again, though, this kind of goes against my bros here. Or goes against my bros here, and oh man, I don't know. That makes morale go up. I mean, this makes... Why is this hard? Why is this hard? Because I should pick this one logically, but I feel like this one makes more sense. It's just so weird that I feel like I'm going against the ones that I should be going with. I mean, I'll have more chance to bring the morale and food up, so I'm gonna vote I for this one, just for the sake of the kingdom. The Holy Attendant instructs the army to isolate Leos and transform it into a temporary lazaret. All those who are actually or even potentially infected will be held within its walls. While 3 out of 4 people ultimately succumb to the illness, by preventing the plague from spreading, their sacrifice avoided a much larger death toll. Exactly, right? Ugh. I need to bring those 2 up, something fierce. Garrison City. Do you have anything that works with food? Works with potentially food and morale? What's one I need coins for? So I can't do that one. I mean, what do we have here? Castle's Library. So this one just moves us ahead in the story, I think. So I want to bring both morale and food up, so I probably should focus on something relating to this. Yeah, okay, we'll do this one. Iron pierces the sky. It's been a while. Increasingly, rumors of the fierce kingdom of Enkal worry our people. Many think we should recruit more soldiers among the peasants to patrol the unclaimed lands north of our border. Scholars believe we should instead investigate the customs of Enkal to ascertain whether they really are a menace and to clarify the misunderstanding caused by the smugglers. Do we recruit more peasants into the army? Well, this doesn't really affect my morale at all, in fact. In fact, neither one of these work well for me. Nah, I don't think we need more peasants in the army. I vote nay. Trusted scholars begin researching the customs of the Kingdom of Enkal, while a delegation of brave diplomats leaves for the Crimson Keep to ask for an official audience. Many, however, fear we are leaving our borders unprotected. Know thy neighbor. Our decision to investigate the culture of the Kingdom of Enkal sparked the keen interest of our scholars, fascinated by their unusual customs and habits. After the initial diplomatic incident, our diplomats have been formally invited to the northern court of the Crimson Keep, where they are welcomed respectfully but coldly. Enkal is a small but highly competitive society. Their clans constantly struggle for leadership, and their warrior kings must display continuous strength to stay in power, which explains their exceptional military prowess. So they're kind of like Sparta, really. While some might regard them as barbarians, they are organized and disciplined. Serving in the army is the highest honor to them, reserved to those of proven might and impeccable courage. Though few in number, they prove a formidable foe. Still, they are honorable. As long as they are not provoked, they should pose no danger. Oh, it's gone a bit too high up. It's gone a bit too high up. I don't want that. I don't want that to be too high no more. See, I need morale and money. I need morale and money. Well, morale and food is what I need. But I don't see really any of that here. Well, I can do morale. The Skarams, a nomadic people from the unclaimed lands near the northern mountains, drink a beverage made with goat milk fermented with a secret herb. Our soldiers are eagerly purchasing it, and the guild mistress would like to import it, thinking it could be a successful product. However, it is strongly alcoholic, and some question its wholesomeness. Do we import the milk-based Skaram beverage? I mean, aye, because that's what I want. And everybody else is also voting aye, so I'll vote for it. It's the easy pick. Our merchants make agreements with a few barbaric producers to supply their strong drink to our kingdom. The people rejoice and launch a celebratory fair about the northern culture, while scholars scorn such low pleasures of flesh. Goat milk trade. Goat milk became increasingly popular, and the high demand activated a precious trade channel with the barbaric Skaram tribes of the Brown Hills. Man, I want to see this as a board game. A 300, perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah, I want to see this as a board game. I think, because it is based off a board game, right? I'm pretty sure it is actually. Oh, it is a Dargan. I'm pretty sure this is based off a board game. So this one, a distant reward, I could do, because that could get my morale up. I don't think I'm gonna get my food up, but I can get my morale up enough for a few crowns. I'm not gonna get all of them, I don't think. Which is unfortunate, but not much I can do if I don't have money to do that one. And this one's a bit risky, so we'll do the goal, a distant reward. Gauntothermus. The Ixers, a nomadic tribe living in the unclaimed lands of the Gaunt Isthmus, south of the Mark of Cran, are asking to join our kingdom. Ixers could strengthen our army. They are excellent warriors and camel drivers, able to exploit the few resources offered by their arid steppes to survive. Many, however, are distrustful of their barbaric customs. Do we welcome the tribe from the Gaunt Thermus into our kingdom? I think so. It puts morale down, though. I guess nay. So I'm understanding now, I think, why these guys are voting aye and these guys are voting nay. Because these guys are all about, like, their nobility and their bloodline, so they want people to protect them. These guys are all about conquering. They want people to help conquer. These guys are all about the people and technology, and these guys are all about alchemy and technology and knowledge. So they don't really care about having a strong military or anything. These guys do. So I think voting nay actually does make sense here. And also, like, ideally, I might want to vote aye. But voting nay in this instance, I think just makes the most sense. For me, because I should be able to keep at least these ones in if I do this. And I don't really think we need them. They know how to make good ale. Indeed. Well, I'll vote nay for these guys. We let the nomadic tribe know that they are not welcome in our kingdom. The people cherish our decision, but we may have wasted a significant opportunity. Yeah, just a little bit. See, okay, so that works out for me for my crowns. This was for the crowns. The king has abdicated. So I did not have all of them in the upper track, which is a shame. So I think I'm gonna need more black crowns. So I might need to go with the opportunist route. But see, that's kind of the problem though. Well, rebel. I mean, I think I need to go with rebel because naturally, because of how my kingdom works, I'm hopefully going to be very accepting of the people, which will, I assume, will raise morale and also diplomacy up fairly high. So rebel, I think, makes sense, and this way I get crowns for both. I was thinking opportunist, but I highly doubt I'll be able to actually get that many low. Embroider officer names onto their uniforms. And we'll build a food pantry. I think I need a food pantry. That'll help with keeping the people together, right? So we'll say that's good. I don't have any money for anything. So let's bring the food up and maybe the money down. So I can spend 5 coins for this. The librarian chancellor informs us that many children are being kidnapped from orphanages all over the kingdom. Rumors talk of a cloaked figure with a black circle painted on their mask. We could relocate all orphans to a single large structure where they could be better protected and educated. Yet it would be an extremely expensive project. Do we fund the construction of a centralized home for orphans? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it makes sense to me. I don't see why we'd ever vote nay to that. A colossal circular structure is erected just outside Libra at an enormous cost. Orphans from all over the realm are relocated to the new institute, a safe haven where they will not only be better protected, but also educated and cared for. An educated society is an advanced society, right? The new institution is dedicated to Agna, the saint daughter of wisdom and education. Wait a second, I needed the great orphanage for my secondary thing anyway. I thought that'd be a part of the preparations, but I guess that was just through here. The many lost children hosted at the great orphanages we created are not only protected, but also well educated, so they can contribute to the progress of the kingdom. So that one helped me out a lot, actually. So that is part of my secondary objectives. Although it doesn't say it's checked off here. Maybe there's still more to do, but I did build the great orphanage. Defend the Asher brothel. Oh, the Asher brothel. Oh, so that's gonna be a thing coming up soon. So I don't know where the Asher stuff is anymore. I assume it's still a thing, isn't it? Or is it considered part of the Secrets from Afar? I think it is now. Or maybe it's part of the garrison city. It might be part of this. Yeah, the garrison city. Yeah, because they're the assholes right there. During the early chaotic days of their presence in Vandus, some of the soldiers sent to disband the defenders committed several unjustified acts of violence at the expense of innocent people. The victims demanded justice, but the High Commander dismissed the episodes as regrettable but accidental mistakes, and an unfortunate side effect of the delicate situation. Do we punish the guilty soldiers? Yeah, we do. We do punish the guilty soldiers. It just makes sense, right? Soldiers found guilty of abuse and violence are condemned to a spell in the stocks in the main square of Vandus. The humiliation damages the image of our soldiers in the eyes of the people, but their victims feel adequately avenged. Oof. Oof. So I guess getting it all to one end is actually kind of a strategy. So I guess you don't necessarily need to keep them, like, keep going until the rain just automatically ends. You can probably just end it yourself when you feel like you need to. Which I don't need to yet. I don't want to yet. Nothing relating to food anywhere. We'll do a golden map and we'll see where this takes us. Our cartographers can't agree on how to interpret the golden map. There are two possible paths. Which route should we take? Route A or Route B? So up to the north or down to the south? I like how I can actually look at the golden map. Okay, so how would I interpret this? There's a lot of crossing lines. And it looks like a lot of them converge on the north. Right? That's how I'm interpreting this. Now, a good few of them converge down south, but it looks like there are much more that are going up into the northern section. So I don't know if that's how you're meant to interpret it. But I'm going to go ahead and say Route A. The expedition will proceed on the chosen path. The golden map leads our expedition to a perilous path through a wide swamp. The thick gray mud makes going forward difficult and slow progress. Every once in a while, the huge ruins of an ancient aqueduct, decorated with an effigy of the sun, rise from the stagnant waters, the vestiges of a lost civilization. Many explorers lose their lives falling into insidious quicksand, poisoned by colorful reptiles, paralyzed and consumed by carnivorous plants, or stung to death by swarms of insects. Sorry, I'm kind of burping a little bit. I'm having a bit of a sippy. Some even break down and try to run away, only to be mercilessly executed by the leader of the expedition. Many wonder if the swamps will ever end. But, albeit slowly, the expedition keeps going on. Muddling through. Worthmeyer. I mean, this is probably a good thing for me to do. I mean, it progresses it. We'll do this, yeah. Our troops are stationed in Tiro, waiting for instructions from the commander. Aniar is relatively close to the border, so a focused attack from the south could settle the matter quickly. But we could also use the Abney River to send some soldiers into the heart of their territory. Do we split our forces? So, a lot of them are voting nay. But I'm debating this because I know Vikings went down rivers. They didn't split their forces, I don't think, but I know Vikings are really good at their job. And they indeed did go down rivers and go straight into the heart of their enemy's territory. However, I've also learned from history that you never really want to break up your forces. You don't really want to split your forces unless you feel like you have some sort of advantage, which I guess we do. But nay is kind of the easier option. And I don't really see a negative in choosing nay. So I will vote nay. I'll vote with my comrades. We decided to launch the assault from the south with a single massive troop. This is exactly what the enemy expected. They set up deadly traps and ambushes in the small village of Ran, just south of Aniar. While not enough to push us back, they served the purpose of buying them the time to organize a total defense of the southern part of the city. When we finally reached the area, our men are nothing but moving targets. After 3 days of siege and countless losses on our side, we are forced to retreat. Ugh. Following our humiliating defeat against the Kingdom of Meyer, we've been forced to pay hefty war reparations. A cost that will weigh on the shoulders of many generations to come. So that may have been a mistake to vote nay on that one. Maybe. See, maybe I should have gone the Viking route. Now I know. So this is actually not good because I don't really have any of them in. Like, I only have one of them in the track. I need to move them more. I need to move more. But which ones do I want to move? I could move, like, honestly, I could move 3 here, and that would be good for me, most likely. A thief who calls herself Magpie claims that she found a very compromising letter from the king's exchange with Celestina, where he questions established religious truths. She asks for an outrageous sum not to release it to the public, an act that would damage the credibility of the crown. Do we surrender to Magpie's blackmail? Blah. Blah. I mean, I would be... I mean, truthfully, I don't want to. But it helps me more than this does. This doesn't really help me much. I think we don't want to damage the credibility of the crown either. Be given to Magpie's blackmail, bringing 11 perfect diamonds to an agreed location where we find the incriminating letter. Its contents is indeed damning, as the king expressed doubts about the very divinity of the mother. He even quoted the historian Harriet's controversial theory that she was just the powerful ruler of a long-forgotten empire. Soft on blackmail. Once the rumor spread that we negotiated with the blackmailers, we started to receive unwelcome criminal attention more frequently. See, that's the problem when you negotiate with blackmail. But I felt like it was a necessary evil in this case. I mean, this could still be good for me. Yeah, we'll do this one. A chalice in the desert. Our scholars sent us a transcription of an ancient text engraved on a wall at Chalice Peak. It suggests that the mother waged war against the Sun Empire of legend to free the world from its corruption and brought about its downfall. However, in doing so, she accidentally gave birth to a cursed black eclipse. Many think it should be dismissed as heresy. Do we verify the plausibility of the engraved text? I mean, I think yes. I think yeah, right? Like, I mean, we should verify it and just make sure. Our scholars searched the royal library for more information from before the time of the first king. While they find no further reference to the Sun Empire, the image of a black eclipse that brings powerful societies to ruin is a recurring theme in the ancient chronicles. I see. That could indeed be quite terrible. So anything with food or morale. I mean... Because I don't really care if I get it to the end of any... but see, there's nothing food related. It kind of sucks, actually, because I'm never going to move the food into one space or another. Which is fine. That's just how the game's going right now. But I won't get the bonus, but I should be able to at least get the morale up, presumably. Some mosaics discovered at Chalice Peak could help our scholars better understand the cult of the Sand Priestesses. The librarian chancellor suggests we bring them to Libra, despite the costs involved, so they can be studied without requiring long and unsafe travel. Chalice Peak is still a temple of the Mother, though, and the holy attendant thinks it should not be further profaned. Do we recover the mosaics about the Sand Priestesses? Well, okay, none of these are actually good for me, to be fair. None of these are good for me. So if I vote nay, then I'm probably guaranteed to end the reign. I'll vote aye. I'm gonna vote aye and C. We recover the mosaics. The librarian chancellor proposal is approved, despite the high cost of the endeavor and the lamentations of the holy attendant. Something we're desecrating a holy place, but relocating the mosaics to Libra will help preserve them, as well as make it easier for scholars to study them. A collection of antiques. Retrieving artifacts from the desert temple will increase our collection of foreign antiquities, an inspiring display of the past that our future generations of scholars will be able to study for years to come. Oof. Big oof. Okay, so we got it to the bottom, but we still saved it in a way. So I could still move that up a little bit. I mean, I could in theory still move my money up as well, but I don't really need to. If I can get my morale up. Yeah, the garrison city. The guild mistress reports that a brothel run by Ashers in the outskirts of Andis is acquiring more and more powerful customers. These Asher courtesans seem to possess the ability to anticipate their clients' most secret perversions. Some say it is an affront to decency, but it is also a booming business activity. Do we close the booming brothel? I'm gonna say no. Because why? In fact, I need to protect it, apparently, according to my stuff here that I can't access, but I'm pretty sure I need to keep it going. So nay, we do not close the booming Asher brothel. We should not police our people's secret pleasures, as long as they are consensual. However, some suspect that the council members themselves are not strangers to these debauched places. Since the first one was opened in Vandis, Asher brothels proved extremely popular, becoming a new stable source of income for the kingdom. Nice, good. Yeah, keep them open. So I actually haven't seen that yet. I've been going through so many reigns that I haven't actually seen a coin flip yet. I don't know if that tells me I'm bad or if I'm doing okay at the game. So I need to bring more up. I mean, I don't want to move. Well, I could move this one up. I guess it reaching the end won't really matter as long as they go up now. Which, I mean, this one in theory would. Yeah, well, it could. And be clothed in shadow. So let's see what this is about. Celestina sent us a sinister message. Despite your opposition, I acquired the secret of immortality. My intentions are pure, and I only want what is best for the realm. Let me join the court, and I'll make your ruler immortal. Keep fighting me, though, and the power of life and death shall be wielded against you. Do we welcome Celestina into court? I mean, no. Of course not. Like, I certainly don't believe that. See, now it makes sense that they're saying aye because they like alchemy, right? See, this is neat. This is neat. You can figure out how they'll most likely vote once you kind of know what they're about. And of course, the nobility probably wouldn't want it because they probably don't want anybody to be immortal. No, we do not welcome her to the court. She can stay the fuck out. We decided not to send any answer, even if the thought of what could happen makes many in the court shiver. We immediately give orders to increase the measures adopted to protect the king and the court, but after a few weeks, nothing seems to happen. Maybe Celestina's menace was only a bluff. Oh, that's scary as hell. Look at that. That's spooky. Oh, that's scary, dude. That could give me nightmares tonight. Holy crap. Weeks later, terrifying news reaches the council. A seemingly dead corpse was sighted wandering Libra, a thin girl with wounds that would incapacitate a strong adult. When our guards approached her, she slaughtered them with her bare hands, exhibiting impossible strength. As sightings of the monstrous girl multiply, some suspect that there is more than just one of these walking corpses. Few who encounter them survive to tell the tale, as testified by the horribly mutilated victims found each morning. People start calling these unholy fiends the Hollow Maidens, but those who did not see their brutally mutilated victims dismiss it as a sordid fairy tale. Eek. Yeah, I'm staying awake tonight. Oh, that is actually horrifying. It is. That's scary as hell.